the end of the game, I went up to him and I was talking to Rezo, and he's like, this was the absolute most impossible anti-mage game I've ever played in my life.
Yes.
He's like, even if I'm online, even if I get battle period like 12 minutes, it's still super difficult. This one's, they have some chances, some windows here, just because the Night Stalker can be pretty good, and if they snowball the lanes to be able to deal with what Liquid's got, but Liquid's got very hard pressure for the lanes too. So I think it's going to be really tough for Empire this time around.
Absolutely. I mean, as we're saying, we saw Rezo plus Planet Odd weren't enough to deal with the Miracle Huskar lineup from Liquid. Our Empire plus Resolution going to be enough to deal with it. I mean, looking at the heroes they have around it, what is the best way that Empire go around this game? How do they stop Liquid getting ahead and steamrolling 20 minutes, Huskar getting unstoppable?
They need to like crush the lane somehow, but they don't really have the heroes to do that. It's going to be tough for them to deal with it. This is the nature of what it is. And it's not even just that, it's that Liquid also has backups.
Yeah.
They were talking about the Lifestealer pick, like PPD mentioned. Very good game for this, for the Infest bombs to, if GH has a good start, if Matu does too, they're both going to be able to snowball around and put a lot of pressure onto that anti-mage. And they can leave that Lifestealer alone is the lovely thing. Sure, maybe if Night Stalker goes down in the pressures as well, we might see rotations, but this is going to be KuroKy and GH just running around the map making space while Huskar dominates early on. Once he gets that armlet timing, it's super difficult for Empire to do anything, because also fighting around the Roche pit, they have decent heroes for it on Empire, but fighting into Liquid's heroes, that Corrosive Haze plus the magic immunity and the Huskar is going to be very hard for them to actually fight around that. So armlet plus Aegis is probably Liquid's big timing window for this one to snowball out of control.
No doubt about it, this game is going to be the biggest test for Empire here on this main stage, and the game that matters the most. They have to get the victory here to hold on and continue this run, as Liquid on the verge of knocking them out, getting that 2-0. Let's see how this one goes down. The lanes, as you say, we'll see how much pressure they can put onto Miracle. He's going to be backed up by Kuro for the time being. We'll have this Night Stalker hovering around behind FN, so FN and RodjER looking to match this dual lane, but I have a feeling it's not going to be easy against these two.
They've got high ground vision on both sides, so both are going to evenly harass each other a bit. But yep, the Fire Spears start to add up, and they're very obnoxious. And it's an Anti-Mage versus Darkseer 1v1, so Darkseer's going to get a lot now. Anti-Mage can still farm out of this. It's one of the matchups that you can still do okay, because that mana break-in, because of your spell shield. Once you get some levels in it, you don't take as much harassment. But now it's where Mind Control is going to have a big surge of increase in farm.
And of course that bottom lane as well, as you mentioned, Lifestealer, a hero that can certainly deal on his own mid lane, trying to make a bit of a go onto Miracle. Miracle's going to be fine.
First few levels, the Huskar is susceptible to those right clicks and that damage that starts that up from the Puck and the Night Stalker. Very high base damage.
GH in the neighborhood, but yeah, as you were saying, doesn't need to be there with Matuma Man. Matuma Man very much can survive on his own down here in this 1v1 with the bat.
Just gives Ghost Stick more farm, of course, if they do the 1v1 matchup. But you get an Orb of Venom on Lifestealer, and you could just start trading hits with the bat for the most part.
And Resolution getting a little bit of space as well, whilst Mind Control heads to the side camps with the Darkseer. Top lane will be opened up. Mid lane, CS-wise, 8 for Miracle against the 5 for 2 of FN. RodjER back in the lane. Miracle constantly being backed up though by KuroKy. And just in case anything gets a little too scary.
Yeah, I mean, Miracle is their most important thing, so just backing him up is the most crucial thing they can do. GH and RodjER just kind of looking at each other. They're just like contesting each other's bounty runes.
Yeah, bringing the Disruptor over, maybe seeing if they can make a bit of a go onto the mid lane, trying to close the gap here, seeing if they can get a grab, but already Miracle and KuroKy back off. Time down bottom.
Tick down a bit here, but he should be fine once he gets under tower.
And Miracle's trying to turn actually. Look towards Miposhka. Bringing the spears stacked up, but he does get glimpsed away. GH also trying to close the gap.
They're going to chase this though. They've got another Fortune's End, and there's going to be a crush follow-up. This should be first blood right here.
GH brings him down. The rotation for Liquid making this mid lane even scarier.
The Arcane Rune on Kuro, really just letting that happen there. The reduced cooldown on Fortune's End, having it up super quickly there.
Resolution is getting his farm though on that top lane. But definitely, as we've seen, Liquid can certainly get the momentum going to the point where it doesn't matter how far at all this anti-mage is in the first 10-15 minutes. If the other lanes are going their way and if they can start to get the ball rolling, once these level 6s come online, once they start to group up,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, once Liquid starts to group up with that armlet, once they take over the Aegis timing, it's all about if Anti-Mage is going to be able to split push hard enough and his team can make the space for him to become that super massive Anti-Mage that they really need him to be in that later stage if it gets to that point. But yeah, like we said also, it's Huskar lineup, which is very scary with the Oracle, but it's also they've got the backup of the Lifestealer. So they've got like the contingency kind of plan going for Liquid too.
Mind control getting decent levels and nearly has that Soul Ring, so maybe then can look to try and turn back into the lane, put some pressure back on Resolution. Resolution continuing being backed up by the Disruptor. So not feeling scared at all, feeling very confident in this lane.
4 minutes first night. Let's see what RodjER is going to be able to accomplish here. GH gets the crush. Doesn't actually get slowed by the Void. Now he does, though. They're going to get some stickies on him. Should be able to chase him out with a few more, but do they want to continue the chase? With the next crush coming out, the stickies are just adding up, and GH should be dead here.
Fire, get that, indeed. Getting something out of that first night. Not necessarily the biggest kill, but a kill nonetheless. They'll maybe look towards mid lane. Still hanging around on the sidelines here.
KuroKy's just sitting right behind him the whole time.
How do you even think about making a go into this Huskar? Even at this early stage, as you say, where he's certainly weaker pre-armlet and whilst the levels are low. How do you, I mean, you can, I guess, look to try and jump onto the Oracle, but you're almost certainly going to pay with your life link, because then Miracle is going to be enabled to just...
They're going to go for a trade. KuroKy maybe going to get hit here by RodjER, but the TP coming in from GH. They don't have Fortune's End jumps just up yet, though.
You're getting quick TP in from GH, making sure that Empire don't get too aggressive. Still FN keeping up very well in the CS.
Like we said, though, that's the nice thing about having the Lifestealer matchup. They just leave the Lifestealer alone, and we've seen GH and KuroKy literally just porting around, trying to make just secure Miracle as best as possible. And Mind Control has resorted to the jungle almost entirely, because Anti-Mage burning that mana can be pretty annoying. And getting more levels of Ion Shell early is what you want versus that AM. Pressure him in the lane a bit. GH making his way top, wants to put a little more pressure. Matu now getting an opening onto Ghost Stick, but with that Firefly able to get that high ground advantage. Matu unable to continue the chase.
Look who's coming with rotation. Coming in. Yeah, Kuro's going to be there. We'll have
TP's coming out. Oh, he actually gets on the low ground too.
So Ghost Stick's out of there. Top lane, a bit of a dive coming through GH. Started to move him with the Iron Shell. In fact, mid lane, big kill for Empire.
As soon as KuroKy leaves, RodjER makes a perfect rotation coming in.
That's exactly what they need to do. Any chance to get that jump on that Huskar.
Pre-coil. That's the nice thing about Night Stalker this early in the nighttime. He's still, that right click is very threatening with the void damage while the magic resistance is low on the Huskar. Top lane though, with that level 3 Ion Shell, they're starting to put a good amount of pressure onto Empire here.
Looking to close the gap.
The Koshka gonna be in some serious trouble here.
I don't think there's any escape here with this Disruptor. Pops down the Thunderstrike, Mana Void comes out, but Poshka's gone. Maybe Empire can get some kills in return. They will get one of them. They look towards GH, and with their turn up from FM with the Dream Coil, they will take a second. So getting the trade, Rezo involved in both of those as well.
Not worth it for Liquid.
Diving just a step too far as Empire on point with their reactions.
That's the first nighttime. It's very important for RodjER to get all these kills, already 4 kills that he's been involved in.
Nearly has the phase boots. Certainly going to help any bit of physical extra they can have against Miracle's Huskar. Could make the difference. They're going to look to try and make a go again. They feel that he's relatively on his own. They will get glimpsed back. This is a good chance for Empire to clean him up. They've got the silence, the Thunderstrike, bringing him down low. Miracle will try and turn, but he's gone again. KuroKy not quite there in time to provide any sort of backup. This is exactly what Empire need to be doing. Taking down Huskar, Miracle twice in quick succession. The dream for them in this early game.
Yeah, they're slowing down the armlet a bit. He's still going to have it really early because he's bought all the components every time while he's dying, so the Gloves of Haste is the only one that's missing for now. That's where it becomes, you know, just super difficult to kill him with that bonus armor that armlet will give him, and of course the toggle ability. But yeah, that's where Huskar is susceptible, those early levels, like we keep mentioning. It's exactly what they need to be doing. Ghost Stick farms up a double or triple stack that he had over on the side, finishing up the drums now on the Bat Rider.
Resolution, level 7, up there even with Matuma Man in net worth at the moment. RodjER will come across, just find Mind Control. Mind Control gets the surge off in time. Washka's there as well. In fact, with the kinetic field, they've got a good chance of finishing this off. GH coming in to look for the crush to keep him alive, but FN jumps in with the Dream Core. That's enough to take down one. GH, Matuma trying to go for it. Matuma does get this back, but no, the Infest to hold him in position. Sweet little invest play there from Matuma to juke out the glimpse, get himself the kill.
And they get two. They get RodjER as well on the south.
Very neat little play. This time Liquid with the superior reactions to Empire coming deep across Liquid's half of the map. Now Matuma Man in position to try and contest the farm of Resolution on this top lane.
Rezo's gonna have a good timing on that Battle Fury. So they're looking pretty okay. 1K gold lead right now for Empire. Liquid's gonna be hitting that timing very soon though with that armlet.
Yet to make any sort of plays here with the lasso. As you say, has the drums. Still very much away from the Blink Dagger, but in terms of reacting, it's going to make it a little harder as well for Miracle to look to jump near towers, having the threat of being jumped upon and lassoed. Yep. Unless Kuro obviously is in the neighborhood. Kuro, how's he doing towards that level 6? Yeah, still a bit of time.
3 or 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah, still early though. There's the strength of Liquid's lineup gets it once the armlet comes out once KuroKy hits 6. I mean, Darkseer Mech is going to be another luxury that can come out too. But now Matu with that move, that natural TP top, he makes his way toward top and is actually just pressuring the tower. Gotta be able to bring that one down soon. That's going to give him good access points to put some wards down and watch Resolution where he's farming. Miracle now starting the siege on that mid tower with that 3rd point in the Berserker Blood for the increased magic resistance.
GH actually coming in with a wraparound here. Will not quite get the crush. Rezo very quick there with the blink reaction. And will maintain hold of this top lane for now. Same time, middle, a bit of a rotation coming through. Will be scanned out though by Liquid. The girl will know to play it safely.
Empire smoked up around the area too. The scan didn't catch the actual smoked heroes, it caught the bat, but let's see if they're actually going to get a pick off here. KuroKy trying to get that level 6 online.
There is back. Look at the position though. Miracle and GH still prepared for any sort of play that comes in. Trying to use KuroKy as bait at the moment.
And Poshka really wants to dive this. He's picking it out. Liquid's in position.
We'll see if they get away with it. They look to lead in. They've got the flame break back. Immediately going on to Kuro. GH trying to get in position for the crush, but KuroKy's already down. They glimpse Miracle away as well. So Liquid do not have a chance to do anything in return. Empire just taking the kill from right into the noses and at the same time up top. Looking for Matuma Man. Matuma's out of mana.
They actually get him here.
Playing around there in a situation where he had no chance to rage. Another free kill for Empire. Rezo blinks himself away from GH just in time.
Empire playing that very well. RodjER getting that super early level 6 on the Night Stalker. They're able to turn it to nighttime with that darkness. And with the sticky, that's where the slow turn rate is always obnoxious. Lardo was unable to get the crush and they couldn't get any trade kills. Miracle now putting some pressure on that tower with the wagon. Poshka's got Glimpse and has Static Storm. They have a lot of TP rotations.
They want to try and do something, but their false promise is now up. Yeah. So this becomes a hell of a lot harder. They'll look towards the side. Do you pick off Liquid's GH to begin things now? Turning towards Miracle. Miracle feeling very confident. In fact, he jumps straight in. Looking for RodjER. Will get Glimpse back. But RodjER getting wrapped around upon by Matuma Man. Vacuums there as well from Mind Control. They'll clean up the Night Stalker. Liquid starting to get aggressive. Empire, can they slow this down? Flame break onto Miracle. Still.
Where it begins. 5-man early group up together by Liquid with that armlet, with that level 6 KuroKy. GH now looking for a bit of space. Needs a little bit more farm. He's not been having the most successful rotations. 1 and 3 actually on GH on that Slaughter.
I mean, Empire have to be so careful around this mid lane. We've seen, if they show Miracle will jump on them. Yeah. He knows that he can survive at this stage.
It's nighttime now.
Around him.
They can start to make plays around their vision.
If they can get the silence onto Kuro with the Static Storm, maybe they have a chance, but without that, there is just no killing this Husker at this stage. They'll glimpse him back. Kuro, can he save him in time? He should be able to. False promise out straight away. I mean, they will force the ultimate out. Maybe they could try and fight around the cooldown of it. RodjER, he's looking to intend to do so, comes forward. Without FN having the Dream Core back, still down for a minute. Very hard to even try and take those fights when the false promise is unavailable.
They're trying to use their night times every single time though with Empire, because the anti-mage isn't fighting with them. They need that benefit of the night. So they're going to smoke up again, continue that pressure to give Resolution space to get that battle period a good timing, and he's very close to it, 500 away. Smoke breaks, KuroKy sees it. They're trying to go for Miracle again here, but he actually
Miracle
just joins it.
In. Miracle's ready to fight, jumps forward onto RodjER. There's the lasso, but immediately there, the Fate's Edict on Miracle. The magic damage is not going to go through. Miracle just chases down RodjER, tries to fly himself away. The rest of Liquid looking towards the remainder of Empire, towards the side of it. Get the vacuum back onto Poshka.
Great response from Liquid. Did he disjoint the glimpse of the life break?
It looks.
That's what it looked
I
like,
don't know if
right?
we can get a replay of that one, but something happened there. But either way, it's just the disruptor going down, but still it's getting scary. We're seeing Liquid grouping up as a team. Empire having a lot of trouble trying to even dent this five-man lineup that Liquid are presenting.
GH gets picked off again though, so it's slowing down his farm and his levels quite a lot. They actually really want him to get that level 6 early for that Roche.
We'll see it again here. There was the glimpse, and indeed.
Yeah, he did. He disjointed it with the
because of the
life
immunity.
break. Yeah, you get the invulnerability during that like split second when you're jumping. So really well played by Miracle there, not getting repositioned. And now the deep aggressive wards come out to watch where the anti-mage is going to be farming. 3 placed by Liquid. Now the next one that we talk about usually is the one defensive ward you put in your jungle to watch when anti-mage goes in there. So that'll probably be the next thing Liquid wants to do.
14-minute Battle Fury. Absolutely perfect here for RodjER, and as expected, did have, for the most part, an incredibly free lane up on the top. Getting involved in kills as well when Matumba turned up to the lane. But of course, this is all something that Liquid, they allowed this to happen. They know that they have
RodjER
this.
is too. They're going for him. They get the vacuum up on the high ground, and with the Infest Bomb, really well played there by My Control. Liquid just aware of where he was farming.
Yeah, and this is the thing, it doesn't matter what time you let that anti-mage get his Battle Fury by if you're able to kill him, and Liquid have such a good lineup, as the panel mentioned, for taking down this anti-mage that's still going to be in farming phase for quite a while.
Yeah, and that was without the ward. They didn't have any vision of him actually being there. They just figured that that's where he's going to be farming since they have 3 aggressive wards. And now they placed the 1 defensive ward to watch when he does walk into their jungle. So yeah, that was just a perfect smoke, because there's 2 wards actually there to defend him. But of course, under that smoke, they're not able to see them. Still nighttime for 50 more seconds. Empire start trying to keep their aggression going, but Liquid now all are reacting. Everyone is porting down bottom.
Yeah, they see them under this ward. And I mean, Empire, they have 2 heroes here. They could be in trouble. Miposhka goes straight for the TP out. Make it. No cancel there quite in time. RodjER still very deep. But Liquid themselves, no wards down here. So RodjER may be fine. He doesn't actually have a TP though. So he's going to have to find a long way out of this.
He's going to have to wait. He's trying to go for the courier is what it looks like here with the base boots.
It looks like he
1,
can get away with
2.
it. All right, RodjER. We saw him do it game 1, game 2 he gets it.
May pay with his life. GH on the prowl. He now saw him for a second. Daytime is going to kick in about 8 seconds here.
RodjER.
Just hiding though. GH does not know. RodjER has the ward advantage.
He's going to get away with it. Bottom lane, mind control.
Nicely done. Space.
Mech complete. FN pretty much has the blink dagger. And absolutely crucial item, as we're saying. If either FN can get onto this backline, or you have the disruptor with the static storm, anything that they can do to stop Kuro from being able to save Miracle on the front lines.
Yeah,
that is got the chance to turn the fight. It's all down to Miposhka and FN.
That is the nice thing that they do have. You know, Empire has that very vision-heavy lineup with the Night Stalker, with the Bat Rider, and they have, of course, the puck to get into the back lines. If they can, that's their biggest window to go for those type of plays onto the Huskar. But, you know, it is, I keep mentioning, you know, it's a Huskar lineup, but this Lifestealer is very threatening. Already about to have Desolator finished up on top of that armlet. So his damage is going to be no joke, and it's really only the Anti-Mage to deal with that. The other 4 heroes do not match up well versus Lifestealer or Huskar.
And because of the brilliant way, as you say, with the Desolator, that Liquid are itemizing it whole, it means that there's just no chance that Empire can turn up the fight. We'll see GH's vision here as he went for that chase in deep. RodjER with that position around the tree line, no vision at all. GH, of course, making the nice call as well, not to waste too much time hunting for it. Gets back to his team. A bit of a smile there as well, as he knows the Duke's successful there. Top lane, Miracle and Matumba pushing down this tier 2.
Some tower trade. Very even game though so far. About 1k lead for Empire and 2k experience lead. They've been doing a good job of using those night times aggressively. All 10 kills have been involved with RodjER. So these, we keep like beating it to death basically, but these roaming forests are really the crucial things for a majority of these teams. They now know where Rezo's farming. We actually do see, I think, the ping coming up from Miracle. And this is what we were talking about. The armlet, the corrosive haze, they can walk straight into Roche Pit, even open wounds on top, so the sustain is there.
Empire know that this is going on.
In though, yeah,
they did scan it outside. They're heading towards the pit. Are they going to be able to take the fight? That Miracle already heading straight in. Jumps forward on RodjER with the corrosive haze. RodjER just evaporates. Now, they do get the lasso, but again, they should have potential save. They have got a false promise. Static Storm keeping them at bay. Dreamcon as well. KuroKy, he's still got the range though. Gets the false promise off onto Miracle. Miracle no longer in any sort of threat. In fact, Miracle goes forward. He's going to get ghosted with the spears, back up to full health thanks to KuroKy on the Oracle. And Liquid could head straight back into the pit. Empire, very little they can do at this stage of the game. They need to just hope that the time's going to be there for RodjER to get a few more items.
He's trying his damnedest.
At least the Manta style.
Yeah. He's trying so hard to get that split push. This is what's so crazy though. It's like the Huskar Oracle and the Dazzle Huskar kind of things is, of course he's very immune to most damage, but it's that you're so low. So you have the max Berserker Blood like pretty much at all times. So you have 340 bonus attack speed in all of those instances.
Yeah, there's just no way that RodjER can turn up to a fight in this state.
And they have no damage for, they don't really have the damage for Huskar or a Lifestealer in that case, because he's all their physical. Yeah,
this just the Huskar pick, as usually is when Liquid find the chance to pick it, was such a strong final 5th pick. We'll get Glimpse back.
He's got Aegis. They may be able to bring him down once here since he's so isolated.
The armless upon him, currently not quite in the neighborhood. It's the vacuum wall though, Empire already backing up. They know they can't get him a second time.
I think he actually, it looked like he double tapped the armlet there. Maybe a slight mistake.
Oh, in fact, Matuma might just find Pushka. Ooh, my Pushka. Quick with the TP out, will keep himself alive. So much weight on RodjER this game. He needs to farm his backside off as the quickest he ever has. Nearly has the Manta. At least at that point, it becomes hard for Liquid to catch him. But of course, the way that Liquid are playing, they really don't give a damn about this anti-mage. They're not hunting him down. They're just pushing the lanes. They know that they can win this game without having to even think twice about the AM if they continue at this pace.
Yeah. GH is getting very close to Blink Dagger, so they'll have that catch mechanic, at least for him, later on. And now the Courier is going to be delivering a lot of items here for Liquid. The Greaves are finished up, the Desolator.
You can see this trying to somehow find the back lines, but Miracle jumps forward, goes to, will get the blink off, does have the lasso. He's far away now from KuroKy, getting over to the neighborhood, and there we have it again. False promise out to the Huskar. Miracle's going to be fine. They should be able to get ghosted because he gets nuked down by the Purifying Flames.
The two-man stun.
Gets the two-man crush as well onto FN and RodjER. And Liquid, they can move in for more. With the vision from the Corrosive Haze, Miracle jumps up to the high ground, takes down RodjER. The rest of Empire sent back to base. They just cannot deal with this combo. We saw them there trying to somehow wrap around the lineup of Liquid to get to KuroKy, but KuroKy's positioning absolutely perfect, constantly keeping his entire team between himself and that of Empire.
They're hunting RodjER. He's got Manta style, so he's able to remove that vision of the Corrosive Haze, but GH continues to chase, sees the real one.
It's going to be close.
Unable to find him though, too fast with that blink.
I mean, yeah, Miracle as well, 21 minutes in, Halberd has the lifesteal, armlet. I mean, if Empire could somehow defeat this Liquid Huskar lineup, it's going to be quite the performance.
They're trying their hardest to make as much space for RodjER. He's getting, he's getting pretty big. He's got Manta style almost towards the butterfly, building toward a butterfly next. The Poster just gets shredded. Playing a support in this game is probably one of the hardest things to do versus a Huskar Oracle. Every time you're seen, you're dead. RodjER actually walks up, gets spotted for a moment, but he can fly.
Looking to try and get that Solar Crest on RodjER. I mean, any sort of thing they can use to try and slow down the potential of Miracle in these team fights. Resolution. Can he do it? I want to say already, I feel that this game for RodjER and Empire's going better than that of RodjER and Planet Odd when we saw them have to deal with Miracle's Huskar.
Yeah.
And Poshka, though, not having a fun time. Matuma man straight in upon him. Empire are there. Can they do anything to react?
Oh, the stun at Ben.
And Miracle, he's just going to be ready to fight. They do get the lasso off. Try and drag him away, but Miracle jumps down into the river. Ghost Stick ticking down low. Will try for the TP out. Not going to make it, though. The Purifying Flames nuke from Kuro, enough to take him.
RodjER's going to get cut off, too, it looks like
he's
here.
Not getting out of here. The vacuum down to the low ground. Corrosive Haze granting them the vision and the potential to beat down upon him. Empire losing all four, other than RodjER. Liquid pushing down the bottom lane.
All of them are full health. They're all healthy. And RodjER's trying his damnedest to do the split push that he can, going for that AC next.
I mean, they may just even get the racks here.
This is the push.
I don't know if Empire can push Liquid out of the base. We'll see how safe Liquid want to play. They don't. They're sticking around. They know that they can stand their ground here. 23 minutes in.
Rax.
Take a melee Rax from the lineup of Empire. There's nothing that Empire can do at this stage of the game with the draft that they have against a Huskar. Resolution will at least find something in return.
They were trying to actually go for that pickoff there. GH was TPing, but it looked like either cancel it or I think he got glimpsed, actually, looked like, from Miposhka to stop his TP. They smoke up, though. They want to continue that aggression. They want to try to get more out of this.
Empire, they've got to run, they've got to hide, but they're not going to get the chance. GH and Matuma Man straight in onto Ghost Stick. The kinetic field will hold back the Slardar. So no more casualties, for now, at least for Empire. Miracle will back up to the top lane. Start to clean it out, push back what Resolution had achieved, and in fact GH,
Invis. This could be pretty big to pick up one of the heroes. Manta Style is
He's
still
out on his own though. Doesn't quite have backup.
Matu's on his way. He blinks away, he blinks out. Doesn't want to try to go for that when there's 3 heroes there.
Rezo looking for the Assault Crass. At least something that may help them turn the tides against the Huskar, but even at that, we know that these fights are very, very far from becoming easy or even possible for Empire against this backup, this team that they have around the Huskar. It's such a perfect draft around Miracle.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's just the anti-mage. He can deal with the Huskar, but then it's the Lifestealer who can also be a big issue with this build that he's gone down. I love that Matu goes for the Rush Desolator build too, being able to take those early buildings. That's what they want to do. They don't want to take this game super late versus an anti-mage. They may be able to just because of their heroes, but that's not what they want to do. This team is about closing games around 30 minutes.
Oh, that's a man who's drafted Huskar. The smile there on Kuro's face is lovely, and that's a man that's had Huskar drafted against him.
That fan's very stressed out right now.
Nearly, well, closing in on having an Assault Cuirass as well on Miracle. Has the money for the Hyperstone. About 1,300 to go, and that will be there. Yeah, the AC on a Huskar. Deso, as we've seen obviously on the Tumber, as you mentioned, picking it up as his first major item.
The last pretty much 13 minutes has had 0 kills for Empire. They have been stuck at that 10 kill mark while Liquid picked up an immense amount, plus Shrines, plus Racks. So that's the timing we were talking about, you know, that armlet into the Aegis, that's where they get their big ball rolling for Liquid, and they've done it perfectly so far. Rezo's trying so hard to get that farm for him to be that carry that he can actually join engagements, but his team just does not match up well versus what Liquid's got besides him.
Rezo, nearly at his own Assault Cuirass. So at least something, and as well as obviously for him giving a bit more chance when it comes down to being forced to fight. Also nice for the pushing as well himself. Maybe he can continue to look for this rep potential. We know that Liquid's line up, for the most part, to get the job done. They do love to move as 5. He can try and slowly pull them apart to these side lanes, make them react to his plays. But he has got to be on the top of his game. And so far, in terms of the farm he has, but can Rezo and Empire outplay this incredible force that Liquid have here in this game too?
Definitely not if they get Aegis and Cheese. If Liquid gets this Aegis and Cheese, they're going to be able to just walk down the mid, or maybe even just the top lane. Top lane is usually easier to push because there's not as many shrines accessible. Mid is one of the hardest because of that triple shrine. And Roche, we're going to find out in about 10 seconds how long it will be till it respawns. Full AC for Miracle, so already has that one to match up with Rezo's when he does get it. And that's going to make their siege a lot easier. And Roche is a very short timer, 18 seconds until that's going to be coming up. Don't know if Empire can take the fight around that Roche. KuroKy though, does get isolated by Rezo. So gets at least one pick off here while Kuro's trying to get wards out to prep for that Roche. They start pinging it out already on Empire. They know that it could be a problem. Now Roche will spawn. My control walks in at the exact timing that it does.
I mean, is it at the point where you look to FN and say, you've got to go in for a steal? You've got to look for that Aegis steal play on the puck.
They got to go for some big fight. They have to get very good vision around that Roche pit to look for that Oracle.
I mean, if they can find Miracle whilst Kuro's down, Miracle very close to them there. They're looking to see if they can get some sort of a catch. Have they got the vision for the glimpse? They have. Miracle glimpse back. They will grab him into the lasso. No Kuro for 10.
Three-man crunch.
Comes in with the crush. Grabs them all. Matuma Man gets the double kill. It doesn't matter that Kuro's not there because the rest of the team have Miracle's back. GH there, quick with the jump in. Now they turn towards Roshan. Empire with 2 down. Kuro's back in the game. This should be an easy Roche for Liquid. And Empire know that they cannot come anywhere near this. It's down, it's gone into the hands of Miracle. The Aegis is there.
Aegis and Cheese, their top lane is in a perfect position for Liquid to push, so down the mid lane, the line is drawn. Now Rezo has to try to push out this bottom wave, And now you see Rezo actually puts the BKB into his quick buy. He needs to fight into this next couple situations, but he's still quite a ways away.
I mean, there was so much hope here for Empire getting that grab back, but immediately GH joining in with Matumba, man. Very little that Empire could do to react to that. The rage out before Miposhka could get the Static Storm out in response.
It was pretty surprising that Miposhka didn't actually just try coating the area with the Static Storm early to preemptively expect maybe some kind of rotations in.
Top lane,
but
here
they just
comes the siege.
Didn't expect GH there, and yeah.
Rezo, the query is though, he's going to look to try and force some sort of a reaction. The tier 3 falling though, they have the fortification. Rezo continuing with the split push pressure.
Does not push nearly as fast as they do though.
And he hasn't quite got the creeps, so the back door slowing him down as well. Now the creeps are back, but already up top, they're losing the full set of racks on this top lane as Liquid claim another. Rezo, how long is he going to stay down here? The fortification coming out from Liquid. He needs the rest of his team to stop Liquid from getting the Mega. They'll jump in with the lasso. Static Storm there as well. They do get the silence out. KuroKy was silenced to kind of get the back up. Now he has the false promise. Contra onto Miracle. Empire tried their best there to keep the Oracle silence, but it wasn't long enough. Miracle now turning towards Ghostic. Rezo did manage to get a Rax from the bottom. He gets the melee Rax. Rezo gets back. A kill would really be the icing on top of the cake here if Empire can find it, but Miracle just standing his ground. No false promise for a bit. Rezo is here, ready to fight.
He's still got Aegis too.
Now he's going to jump in, looking for the back line. He's trying to go for Mind Job. Miracle jumps on him. Miracle will get brought away there by the glimpse. Rezo able to blink out again. Jump forward from Ghostic, looking for a target here. See if Miposhka can get out. He cannot. Will get brought down by the Crucifix. The crush from GH, but buyback immediately. Ghostic as well. Drawing Liquid away, but Miracle's just standing his ground, beating into the mid-racks, looking for the Mega Creeps. He's going to get it. Mega Creeps are out now in favor of Liquid. Empire, they are still all alive here for this defense. What can they do to stop this now? Up against the Megas. Jump forward from Miracle, looking for Miposhka. He gets the glimpse back, but he's already gone. Miposhka down for 40. RodjER, Corrosive hazed up as well. Matumba man chases him. Resolution moving in, but GG. Good luck next is called by Empire. It's all too much once again. This Huskar pick pretty much setting the game. Some would certainly say from the start. It was such a beautiful pick there from Liquid at the end. I mean, beautiful if you like Huskar things, but of course, if you're a Liquid fan, you would have been smiling all the way there to the